Hi, this is Ted with the Deppmann team, and today we're going to go over on how to identify your B&G pumps. This is the first pump I would like to identify. This is a Series 60 Bell & Gossett. I'm going to show you the 3 tags and the casting number. These are all the most important pieces of information. If you can get all of these, we'll definitely be able to identify your pump. So first, if you get this information, this would be the best information to find on this pump. Second would be the casting number. If we could get that, that'd be great. Be able to figure out what kind of pump you're working with. Third would be this information, just to figure out the motor. Not all of this information is pertinent, but volts, amps, horsepower, phase. This is all good information if we're trying to figure out what kind of pump you're identifying. Fourth would be this tag. Unless there's a number here, this hasn't been changed, and this is still the standard tag that comes with the unit. This number right here is just a date identification. This is the second pump I wanted to identify. This is the B&G 1510 series pump. Very standard pump. This is a base mounted, and the base mounted pump is another way to identify your pump when you're describing them to R.L. Deppmann when you're trying to find parts. Let's go over the tags. First tag, most important tag, just like the other inline pump. This is the information we really want, but if you can't get this information, then motor information is a great thing to have. Amps, volts, phase. Not all of it is useful, but the more the merrier. Another tag. This is good information to know if any of these are filled out, but this is just the standard one, so if we get this other information, we should be able to figure out what this is. That's just the dating system. Also, whenever you call in to have this information, on the discharge side of the pump, there's going to be a P number. That's good to have. That's another way we can identify the pump. These are the tags I wanted to go over specifically on both of these pumps. On the left I have the 60 series inline pump, and on the right the 1510 base mount pump. The green arrow is the tag that we're going over just because of how important these tags are. I wanted to go over them separately. We're going to work from top to bottom. The E60 is the series of pump that we're looking at. The 1.5 is the outlet and inlet size of these pumps, which is often going to be the same with the smaller inline pumps, and the 6.25 is the max impeller size. The E613S is the model number for this pump. The identification number is the stock ID number, and then at the very bottom is the serial number. This is an F81, which stands for F for 6, which is June, and the 81 gets switched to be 2018. Next we have the 1510 base mount pump. This is the second pump we looked at, and I'm going to again work from top to bottom on what this tag is. This is, again, green arrow pointing at which tag this is on the pump. From top to bottom is 1510. This is the type of pump it is. The 2BC is on the model number and the top tag piece. That is just the model number. The 7.875 is the impeller size on this pump right now. Next is standard design pressure. That's the max pressure this pump works at. The very bottom of this we have GPM, foot of head, horsepower, and RPM. These pumps are designed for these pressures and GPMs and horsepowers and RPMs, and then it is stamped on them and shipped out. So that's what the system design is. Again, I just want to go over these 2 tags specifically just because of their importance. If you are still trying to identify your pumps and you cannot find any information on them, tags or other numbers, there are other alternatives to identify your pumps. First difference between these pumps is this is a different kind of flange. You can see it's oblong with 2 bolts, different than this circular one with 4 bolts. There's color differences, like this one right here. See, it's goldish, and that means that it is a brass pump. You can see these have bearing assemblies if you look in these slots. these two pumps, which these do not. You can also see that there's, oh, this pump. This pump has a selector switch on it. Different than this pump, which is just a constant speed. Also, base mounted and inline pumps are a good way to describe your pump. And that is a few of the attributes that you can use to describe the pump you are looking at. Thank you for watching this video clip today. I hope you learned a lot. And if you ever have any other questions, just call our customer service here at RL Deppmann. Have a nice day.